Hello my fellow humans, it is I, Anna, and today I'm going to be making a Kool-Aid pie. A Kool-Aid pie is a really easy pie to make. All you need for it is some sweetened condensed milk, some Cool Whip or something similar to that, and a packet of Kool-Aid that should make 2 quarts or 2 liters, some graham crackers, and some melted butter. So I'm going to start by making the crust. For the crust, add in just I usually like to start with 4 whole graham crackers, so just 4, and I'm just going to break them in half and throw them in there and throw the cap on and then just blend them up. It doesn't take very long for it to crush them all, so just if it doesn't look like enough, just add like a few more. Okay, now that should be enough. So I used 8 graham crackers, and I'm just gonna pour them into my pie pan. And so I'm gonna take it and spread it out on the pan a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to take the butter and I'm going to pour it on the top and just mix it into the graham cracker. I have 6 tablespoons of butter right here, and I'm just going to mix it all into my graham cracker bits. Okay, once I have it all mixed up, I'm going to just take my hands, I have washed my hands, and I'm going to spread it all out to make sure that I have a pretty even coverage on the bottom, and then going up the sides a little bit. And it's going to be my pie crust. And the best part about this is you don't even need to bake it. It is a no-bake pie crust, and this whole pie is no-bake, so you don't even need an oven for this. You just I just put it in the fridge to chill while I'm making the rest of this pie. Also, using 8 graham crackers was the perfect amount for me, and then I used 6 tablespoons of butter. Okay, so now I've put my pie pan into the fridge so that it can cool while I'm making the rest of this pie. Okay, now I have put my pie pan into the fridge so that it can cool. While I'm doing that, I'm going to make the filling of the pie. So, for the filling, what you will need is some sort of Cool Whip or similar whipped thing, but not whipped cream. Okay, so you will need 2 bowls, 1 smaller bowl and 1 bigger bowl. In the bigger bowl, put your whipped topping thing in there and just scrape down the whole side of it, and don't eat it even though you're tempted to. Just scrape it down all the way, try to get all of that in there. Okay, so I got all of that in there. I'm just going to scrape down the sides of this container a little bit more and scrape it on the bowl. Okay, nice. So I'm going to put this aside, and then in my other bowl, I am going to put in my sweetened condensed milk and Cool Whip. That's not Cool Whip, that's Kool-Aid. I'm going to put my sweetened condensed milk and my Kool-Aid into this other bowl. It's okay if you still have a little bit of Cool Whip whipped thing on your spatula, because we're just going to be combining this sweetened condensed milk Kool-Aid mixture into the Cool Whip, so it's completely fine. Okay, so we're going to take our sweetened condensed milk and open it up. Ugh. This is a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Just gonna put that in there. Okay, so that's all taken care of. And then I am going to set this to the side and wash my fingers because they got sweetened condensed milk on them. Okay, once you've got the sweetened condensed milk in here, you can take your Kool-Aid packet. I have a blue raspberry lemonade package, and you can use any Kool-Aid flavor. And then you can change it up depending on what time of year it is. So like in June, you could use a strawberry flavor. And I guess they don't really have any winter Kool-Aid mixes. So now we're just gonna mix this all together and make a sweetened condensed milk Kool-Aid mixture, which smells really good. Okay, so as you can see, it's turning like a bluish greenish color. I think that the Kool-Aid, if I had made the Kool-Aid drink out of this powder, it would have been blue, but then my sweetened condensed milk's a little bit of like a cream yellow color. So those colors work together to make this green. It's gonna be a lighter green color once I mixed it with the Cool Whip. So now that I've got that all mixed up, I'm going to take my previously made, it's not really made, but previously put Cool Whip bowl, and I'm going to pour this in there, scrape it into there. Okay, and now we're just going to fold it in. So just, if you can watch, just scrape underneath and then fold. And we're just gonna do that until it's completely combined. Mine is going to turn out a lightish green teal color, but depending on the flavor that you choose, it might be a different color. So if you chose like a strawberry or a cherry for an example, it might be like more of a pinkish color, I would assume. It all just depends on how the Kool-Aid dye mixes with the sweetened condensed milk, mixes with the white from the Cool Whip. Okay, so now my filling is looking more combined and it's light and fluffy still, but now it's got that sweetened condensed milk and Kool-Aid in there. So I'm just gonna keep doing it until I can't see the little specks of blue dye anymore. And then once I do that, I'm gonna go get my pie crust out of the fridge, and I'm going to pour, well, more like scrape this filling into the pie crust. Okay, so I have finished mixing together my filling, and now I have my pie crust out. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to hold it like this, and I'm going to just scrape it in there. Okay, so I got it all out of the bowl, and I got some on me during the process. So I'm just gonna scrape it down so that it's not all in one spot on the pie. And I'm just gonna turn it a little bit while I'm doing this. And then if you want, you can take your spatula and just put it on the pie and just kind of give it a few slaps, and that gives it a nice decorative kind of swirl peaks on the top. I don't know what they're called. But that is how you make this pie, and then go let it chill in the freezer, and it's a really great dessert. You probably want to leave it in the freezer for at least like 20 minutes so that everything sets up and just stays the way you want it. But then, not the freezer, the fridge. Leave it in the fridge. Don't put it in the freezer, it'll freeze. But then it'll be really good, and it's just a great thing to have after dinner because it's really refreshing and it's just really nice. I like it in the summer, or it's the fall right now, but it's still good any time of year. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you would like to see more. There will be the recipe in the description below. Thank you for watching. Bye!